Hello guys and girls, and welcome back to another episode of Seb Talks Sports, sponsored by Hoopin and Luton, the place to go to for your favourite new and vintage jerseys and apparel from all things basketball. Today I've got a very special guest joining me on Seb Talks Sports, one of the most successful Paralympians this country has ever produced, a 3-time Paralympic gold medal winner, winning 6 medals at the games in total. They held the F32 Club Throw world record for over a decade, going undefeated in all competitions in the event between 1996 and 2005. It's the fantastic Stephen Miller MBE. Enjoy. My guest today is one of ParalympicsGB's most decorated athletes of all time, a 3-time Paralympic gold medal winner, 6-time Paralympic medal winner, and 12-year world record holder for the F32 Club Throw event. It's an absolute pleasure to welcome Stephen Miller MBE to Seb Talks Sports. Stephen, how are you?
Yeah, hi Seb. Yeah, it's really good to be here. I'm very well, thanks.
Good. Very good to have you on my show. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Lovely stuff. Okay, so to date, you've had an incredibly prestigious 25-year career in athletics from ages 16 right up to 41, which you are now. But of course, I'd love to go right back to the very beginning. What are your earliest memories of sport, either watching or playing?
My earliest memory is probably from football. Being born in Newcastle, I didn't get much choice but to support Newcastle United. So I went to my first match when I was about 5, just under 5, and it was actually Kevin Keegan's testimonial. So
Oh wow.
Pretty good game to go to for your first football match. So, but yeah, I grew up watching football and playing football, and yeah, really, it's probably my first love, really. So.
And how did you discover the event of club throw?
Yeah, like I said, I did love playing football, watching football, but I guess as I got older, I probably discovered that I wasn't gonna be a footballer. So I tried different sports. I went to an after-school sports club at my first school, Percy Hadley school in Forest Hall, and as a sports club, we just tried different sports, and I was probably around 9 or 10 years old when I started going to this club. Yeah, I really started doing athletics and started throwing beanbags and stuff like that. And then eventually, when I got old enough, I started throwing the club. Yeah, when I first started doing it, I wasn't that good because I tried to do it like everybody else did it, and most people throw the club forwards. And it was my coach at the time at the sports club was a former Paralympic athlete himself, and he helped me to find my technique of throwing backwards, which is a bit unusual technique, but it kind of worked for me, and from there I just went on and had a lot of success.
Absolutely. Okay, so in 1996, your brother Johnny's football team helped you make your Paralympic dream come true because they raised £500 for a new wheelchair for you, allowing you to make your way to Atlanta in the USA for your very first Paralympic Games at just 16 years of age. So how much exactly did that fundraising effort from your brother's football team mean to you, since it essentially enabled you to kickstart your athletics career?
Yeah, it was really important that community support. At that time, there wasn't really any money in Paralympic sport. There wasn't a big high profile in Paralympic sport. So, you had to really rely on people around you to support you. And my mom and dad basically funded my career at the beginning, and really paid for everything. So to have that help and support of the local community and to see what it meant to people in my local town to have somebody going to the Paralympics was really cool.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. How exciting was it to go to Atlanta and compete just as 16 years old? Because a lot of 16-year-olds aren't doing that kind of thing. I certainly wasn't. So what was that like for you at that age?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy to be honest. I mean, I'd never been away on my own before without my parents. I'd definitely not been abroad without my parents. And then, yeah, all of a sudden I'm on a plane to Atlanta and yeah, it's a bit of a blur to be honest. It happened very quick. I mean, the year before the games, yeah, I wasn't really thinking that much about the Paralympics. And then all of a sudden, like within a year, it became a very real possibility that I could get in the team. So, yeah, to go to a games at that young age, yeah, it was just a real exciting time in my life. And I just yeah, I had a lot of good people around me who helped me to keep my feet on the ground and not get too distracted by everything that's going around.
Absolutely. So from 96 to 2004, you won the gold medal in the F32 Club Throw at 3 consecutive Paralympics. You defended it twice at Sydney and Athens in 2000 and 2004, after, of course, winning it at 16 years old in Atlanta, like we just talked about. You then, of course, went undefeated in all competitions for 9 years, and as well as that, held the world record in the event for over a decade, which is incredibly impressive and a testament, of course, to your dedication and commitment to the sport. So I'd love to know what it is exactly that kept motivating you to improve and retain those titles after you essentially reached the pinnacle of your sport at such a young age.
Yeah, I've always had a real good mentality. I think my parents really helped me with that type of positive attitude and to really not focus on the success and the rewards, to really enjoy the process, enjoy the challenge. And that's really what I've always tried to do in my career. So even when I won that gold medal at the age of 16, it was a great moment, but yeah, very quickly I put it behind me and looked forward to the next challenge and thinking about how I could get better, how I could improve, and yeah, for me it was always about that. It was always about getting the most out of my potential and really enjoying that challenge, that day-to-day challenge around training, getting the most out of my body, being well prepared mentally, and having fun. Really, that was the most important thing. And yeah, I think that's probably the main reason why I managed to go for so long, being undefeated, and it probably helps that I'm really stubborn as well, so I never know when I'm beat. So it's a good trait to have. But if I could pick one thing, it was probably that ability to focus on one thing at a time and not get too carried away and not get stuck in the past and not get defined by success or failure. So that's probably the main reason for that really long period of success.
Very nice. Okay, so moving forward a little bit, ahead of your home Paralympic Games in London in 2012, where you captained the athletics team, you battled hip degeneration for a couple of years, which unfortunately hindered your performance in the Games and ultimately required you to have surgery after the Games. So how much did your injury affect you both mentally and physically during that period ahead of London 2012?
That injury, well, it wasn't really an injury, it was more of a chronic condition that I had in my hip. It probably started around 2005, 2006. I thought with. So it started to affect me even before Beijing. And
Wow.
I managed to go into Beijing and do one of my best performances in my career in Beijing. So, but then after Beijing, it really started to get very painful. Just about 2 years before the games in London that I was told that I needed a new hip. So I had to make a decision whether to have an operation to get a new hip or whether to carry on and try and get to the games. So I didn't want to miss the home Paralympics. It was going to be a massive games, and I just wanted to be part of it. So I didn't get the operation because I couldn't take the chance of not being there. So I pretty much was in pain for pretty much on and off for about 5, 6 years. But
Wow.
for 2 years, I was in pretty much constant pain up to the game. So really hard time in my life.
Yeah. Okay. So across your career, you've faced obviously numerous hardships, not only that hip that we mentioned, but had your funding cut. Unfortunately, weren't selected for the Tokyo Games that took place last year. And very sadly, you lost your dad in 2010 as well, who was obviously a huge supporter of yours from day one. You've spoken publicly about just how tough those moments have been for you. So I'd love to know, how have you maintained that positive mindset throughout that has allowed you to bounce back time and time again?
Yeah, I think when you're young, you think get invincible, and you think life's gonna go forever, and like as you get older, you realize how fragile life is and
Yeah.
how everything in life is temporary. So I think I've really taken that on board and really like try to make the most of every moment, enjoy every challenge, and yeah, when things happen, quickly accept it, process it, and move on, and like, yeah, I think the most successful and happy people in life are the people who can do that, who can not get stuck in the past, can accept what happened in life and keep moving forward. So yeah, I think for me it's about like being aware of like what's important to you in life. So really knowing what you believe in and what your values are, and staying true to that is important. My parents really helped me to develop that resilience from a young age, and yeah, being able to get knocked down but get back up and try again, open up to failure, to realize that life isn't perfect and it's never gonna go the way you expect all the time. But as long as you're doing the right thing for the right reason, then that's the most important thing. So yeah, that's really how I try and approach my life. So yeah, it's probably really helped me to cope with all the tough times and get over it. And then if you keep doing the right things, every now and again you'll get the rewards.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well said. Okay. So away from the field, you've kept yourself very busy while also maintaining your Paralympic training program. You founded the disability charity Smile Through Sport in 2013 and are secretary for the Newcastle United Disabled Supporters Association, both of which, of course, do fantastic work. So what is it particularly about giving back to the community that you love and feel so passionate about?
Yeah, I think it's really because of like I mentioned before, the support that I had as a young person. I got a lot of community support that helped me in my career, in my life. So I know how important that is, to help to open those doors, to create those opportunities. So without the opportunities, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have had all the great experiences I've had in sport. And yeah, I'm really passionate about the power of sport and the benefits to regular sporting activity, and so yeah, the more people that we can help to experience those benefits, the better, really. So that's what it's all about, with Smile Sport. It's all about getting people active, getting people engaged in sport in any way possible, just helping people to enjoy taking part in sport. So it's very much grassroots. We're not looking at performance, it's just getting people moving, getting people active, and particularly disabled people, because yeah, it can be, the barriers can be a little bit harder for disabled people to get access to sport. And then, yeah, with Nudza again, it's about breaking down barriers, making football accessible to everybody. And yeah, it's really important to me that we can try and do this in the community.
Fantastic. Have you got any future aspirations for both charities? Like, where do you see them from sort of 10 years from now?
Well, already, I mean, both charities have already come so far in the time that I've been involved with them and done some fantastic work. So I think, just continue doing what we're doing, try and get even more partnerships, try and help more people. And yeah, in life you can always do more. There's always, the next thing, the next step. And yeah, every day is an opportunity to get better. So
Yep.
yeah, we'll just keep trying to do that really, and see how far we can go.
Absolutely. Okay, so it's now 2022. You're currently 41 years old, and after 6 consecutive Paralympic Games appearances, you're still training and competing as an elite athlete at the time in your life when a lot of others have probably already retired. So in your statement about Tokyo 2020, you said, "This one pinches, but Team Miller will be back," which really made me smile and feel optimistic because I'm sure I and everyone listening to this would love to see you back on the field throwing the club. So what does the future hold for Stephen Miller on the field?
Yeah, definitely not the right time to retire. I will know when it is the right time to retire, but yeah, I think I still enjoy the sport too much. Yeah, I'm still competitive. I competed at the Europeans last year and missed out on a medal by a few centimeters. So I am still competitive at the top level. Tokyo just didn't go my way, but that can happen in elite sport. It's very competitive. There's a lot of great athletes trying to get in the team. So I've had lots of great times. So I just got to take that one on the chin. And yeah, just use it as a learning curve to try and come back and do a little bit better next year. Yeah, I think this is my career. I just take it 1 year at a time and just try and enjoy it as much as possible. Take care of my body, get the most out of my body that I can, and see what I can do really. But it's all about enjoyment for me now and to enjoy the last few years of my career and see what I can do.
Absolutely. Have you had any thoughts sort of after you eventually retire, coaching or commentary or punditry, anything like that?
I don't know. Yeah, there could be. I'm starting to get into public speaking and working on delivering talks on mindset and positive thinking. So I'm really enjoying that. I like working with people. I like trying to help people to get better and help people to improve and get the most out of their lives. And yeah, thinking about helping people to get that performance mindset is something that I'm really enjoying. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go into that kind of thing and yeah, try and do what I enjoy doing and try and help people and work with other people and try and pass on some of the lessons that I've learned in my career.
Fantastic. Looking forward to seeing some more. Okay, so Stephen, as I do with all my guests, I'm going to end with some quick fire questions. Are you ready?
Okay.
Let's do it. Okay, so firstly, I know it's the classic question, but I thought I'd ask, have you got any of your gold medals with you? And if so, can we see them?
Oh yeah. It's all lovely day. We've got too much medals here.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Yeah, got a few here.
That's incredible. Look at that.
Yeah, that's Athens. That's my favorite medal. I keep them next to me comfy just in case.
Nice. I love it. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so a bit more traditional. Your favorite takeaway food?
Chinese, without a doubt.
Good shout. Okay, dogs or cats?
Oh God. If I had to pick one, I'd probably pick cat.
Very nice. Okay, favorite music artist?
The Prodigy.
Good choice. Okay, favorite sports film?
The Blind Side.
you're a massive Newcastle fan, and you had a huge win at the weekend against Leeds. And with less than half the season remaining, and the Magpies currently 18th in the table, do Newcastle United stay up this year? Yes or no?
If you'd asked me before the weekend, I thought was that no, but yeah, it's a great result of the weekend to beat Leeds at Allen Road. So I've changed my mind a bit. I would say yes, and hopefully we get a few players in this week, and yeah, we'll come mid-table, hopefully.
Love to see it. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Okay, can you describe that gold medal winning feeling in one word for me?
Pride.
Nice. If you could appear on any game show, what would it be?
Any game show? Trying to think. Well, I've never been on Question is Sport, so I say Question is Sport.
Nice.
Is that a game show?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Kind of.
Okay, so your Paralympics journey has seen you go to the USA, Australia, Greece, China, and Brazil, as well as many other countries across your career, the world and Europeans as well. But which was your favourite location to visit?
Yeah, I'd say that Sydney was probably the best place to go to. Yeah, I really enjoyed Sydney. Long way to go, long time to get there. But yeah, it's such an iconic place, iconic city. And yeah, there's a really nice culture there. Really cool. I'd love to go back one day.
Nice. Okay, and finally, do you have any words of advice or motivation for people watching or listening to this that are considering getting into athletics, either have cerebral palsy like yourself or any other disability?
Yeah, find out where you can go to get started, and yeah, just turn up and just give it a go. You never know. You never know what you can do until you try. So yeah, give it a go and then just enjoy it. Don't take yourself too seriously. Try different things. And main thing is keep active, keep moving. That's important, so we can keep moving.
Absolutely. Very, very nice. Stephen, thank you so much for your time today. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on my show. Where can people find you on social media and check out your website, your charity, Smile Through Sport, autobiography, anything else you've currently got going on?
Oh yeah, you can find me on I'm pretty visible on social media. I got my handle on Twitter is Hill Fabio, which is quite unusual. So you can find me there, and you can get all my details on my profile. If you Google Stephen Miller Paralympics, you probably get all my details. So I'm pretty easy to find.
Fantastic. I'll make sure to leave all the links to all of your stuff down below so people can find you very easily. Stephen, thank you again so much and have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Seb. Thanks for having me.
And there he goes, the brilliant Stephen Miller MBE, one of ParalympicsGB's most decorated athletes of all time, who does fantastic work alongside his athletics career for his charity Smile Through Sport and the Newcastle United Disabled Supporters Association. I'm very excited to see what the future holds for Stephen, both on and off the field. And if you'd like to keep up to date with it too, then you can find Stephen and his charities on their social media accounts and websites. All the links you need are in the description of this episode. I've got many more great guests coming very soon, so stay tuned right here on Seb Talks Sports. Catch you soon, guys.